Hello and welcome to San Diego Market Watch, where we bring you accurate, timely information about the real estate market in San Diego every single week. Today is February 2nd, 2023, and January is already in the rearview mirror, folks. And let's take a look at what has been happening so far this year. It is just a story of how low can you go when it comes to homes for sale. The number of homes for sale continues to decrease. We had a very, very steady summer and fall, and then right around Thanksgiving, things just started to drop, and they just keep getting lower. We are down just above 2,500 units on the market right now. I believe just a little bit over 2,600 was the number today. And that is lower than last week and lower than the week before. And you know, it's just a matter of, does this keep going down or does it level out and start to come back up? And right now, when you look at the number of pending sales and how they are climbing and how the number of new listings is actually departing from this line here in the last week. You know, they crossed over each other right here in the middle of January, and you know, it was very similar here, and then it pending sales climbing and new listings declining. And of course, as a lagging indicator, the number of closings is up this week, and we expect to see this number continuing to climb as this number started climbing a couple of weeks ago. So, I mean, when it comes to inventory, there really doesn't appear to be relief in the next couple of weeks anyway for buyers here in San Diego. The number the number of new listings, unless this jumps up and the number of pending starts declining, the number of homes for sale will continue to decline, and that is going to keep pressure on pricing. I don't know how much upward pressure we're going to see, although I have already seen instances of 10 or more offers on one property and prices being bid up over asking price yet again. It does not yet appear to be as robust or hot a situation as we had, last January. Although last year did kind of start out a little bit slow and then things really heated up into February and March. So we're just going to have to see what happens. But if you're looking for prices to go down anytime in the next 4 to 6 weeks, I definitely don't see that happening. And I am really not here to make a bunch of predictions about what's going to happen in 2023. All we're doing here is looking at the numbers and giving you the hard facts. As long as there are more homes selling than there are being listed, prices aren't going to go down. So let's take a look at interest rates. Once again, down. The Fed raised the prime rate another quarter point yesterday, and the mortgage industry had already baked that in because the Fed had telegraphed that they were going to do that. So that did not increase mortgage rates. We are definitely seeing increases across the board in auto finance rates, solar financing, all that kind of stuff. Solar financing, I'm told, is going to jump by a point in the next week, but mortgage rates are right now almost down to 6 on average again, and we will see if they dip below 6 in the next couple of weeks. A few mortgage industry experts are predicting that by the spring and summer, we're going to see rates in the low to mid 5s. I've heard a couple of people say below 5, but who the heck knows? Right now, all we know is this is a full point lower than the peak back here in November when rates were over 7%. And then, of course, when you look at this, this is an average rate nationally. So, here locally, when you're talking about the larger, higher sale prices that we have in San Diego County, you have a lot of jumbo loans and other types of loan products which do have higher interest rates. But I will tell you right now that back in the fourth quarter of 2022, just about every offer that was coming across the table was asking for a seller credit toward rate buy down. And we are not seeing that now, because when you have multiple offers, 4, 5, 6 offers on one home, the seller is really not going to have to cooperate with a large buyer credit, because buyers are going to start competing for that property. And that is what's happening. I mean, we have anecdotal evidence of this happening, personal experience, personal recent experience, talking to other agents in the field. This is happening again. So will it keep happening? That remains to be seen. But once again, as long as this number is going up and that number is going down, it's going to keep happening. So we don't have any new information on median price. Those numbers are going to come out late this week, early next week. So we will see what the median price did last month, month over month, and then we will add it to this graph. And as I've said several times, I do expect to see that flattening out in the month over month from December to January. Yes, the January numbers should be relatively flat compared to December, and then after we get the February numbers, I do expect to see this trend up again, at least a little bit, if not remain flat, but more than likely up a little bit. So that's what's happening in San Diego real estate this week. If you enjoy this content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We definitely love to respond to comments and engage with viewers. So feel free to do that, and we certainly encourage it. And we'd love you to like it. So go ahead and do that. And we will talk to you again next week with more installments of Neighborhood Real Estate Update and San Diego Market Watch. Although next week will more than likely be our January market wrap up. We're going to take a look at what happened in January, because the new numbers will be published in the next couple of days. So with that, I will say good day, have a great weekend, and we will see you next week with more of this.